Hi friends, welcome to episode 5 of Living a Feeling Life. My name's Jonathan.
I'm Yasmeen.
And these video vlogs are a continuation of an old radio show Yasmin and I used to do many years ago called Momentable. And it's a nice way to reach out to you and support those of you who know us and those of you who are new to the work we do. We specialise in supporting people with their feelings, helping them understand why they feel what they feel, and kind of making sense of this journey of life that we're all on together.
We're beginning a new small series, which is What is Love? And today we're looking at that within the context of relationships.
Every day our clients come and sit in front of us, and you're guaranteed to pretty much come to a place inside when we're looking at what is wounded, what's hurt, what is tender inside of us, that there at some level is a need to feel love. What we see time and time again when we break this down for people, help them understand what it is that they're needing to acknowledge is actually a really valid need, is where they tend to look for it. And this is an invitation for you to consider as well, your understanding, your relationship with this thing that we talk about so often called love.
We'd like you to consider what you've learned about love so far in life, what that means to you, particularly in a relationship with others, be that family or be that a closer, more intimate relationship with someone.
You will probably find that you have learned about conditions, and you've learned about what you need to do and who you need to be to experience this feeling. You've got to remember that as children we actually recognize this feeling, we know it, but we have a very natural need to feel seen. So when we look into the eyes of others, we hope that who we are will be seen, and we hope that we will have this reflection come back to us that looks at us with love. Because when we feel that connection, it reminds us of the truth. It reminds us of what we haven't quite forgotten we're part of. But of course, we receive this more conditional message around what is lovable. And basically, that becomes us. Are we lovable?
Are we good enough? Are we acknowledged? Are we received? Can we feel loved? And really, are we acceptable? Because we often do things to gain love, and we often give love without realizing that it's conditional because we hope for something in return. And often these create difficulties in relationships simply because we're really focused on the other, how they are, and if they're giving love to us and meeting that need that we have inside.
There's one dear client of mine said some time ago, he's realized he's spent his whole life telling everyone he loves them, but actually he was asking a question. And I know that as a man having a relationship with love which has been awkward because I want to love and I want to be loved, I have also practiced a similar thing at times, where you are acting and doing in accordance to what you believe will give you this feeling back. And we want to help you see there's another way of doing it.
And we often learn these in the first relationships that we have. We learn these things of what we get if we're good. Are we loved? Are we supported? Do we matter? How are people towards us? So it's really important to recognize that it can cause us to feel anxious about meeting that need, to be assured of love. The answers really become clear when we recognize how we feel about ourselves, and ultimately, no matter how well we are loved, we have to be loving within ourselves, which is accepting of who we are and looking at the things we cannot change, but also feeling who we do want to be in the world.
This is a path of aligning. It's where we are learning that our actions, our outward expressions really are aligning with the truth of who we are on the inside. And it's a journey. It's not something you do in a weekend workshop or on one retreat, although they can be really powerful in giving you a different experience, a contrasting experience to what this energy can be. But again, so often those experiences and the ones we seek are very much connected to human beings, unless you have dogs, and then you know what unconditional love really
And
is.
animals, little children, they're so unconditional and they just give the love that is in them. They express it in their kindness and in their care, and we feel it. They don't look to you to give them the love, they look to share, they look to meet you
They
in
look
that energy.
to see if that love has been received. And again, that's where a lot of our wounds begin. That the message we receive about the way we express that love is often not received the way we need it to be. And complications occur, which of course can take, well, sometimes lifetimes to unfold.
I think especially when someone has protected themselves and they can't let the love you're giving in. So they'll receive it and they'll smile, but you might feel that they haven't quite received it or taken it. And that can be a little bit of a challenge to continue to believe that who you are, what you have to give, is enough, even if others cannot feel it fully or cannot respond in the way you look.
So learning about where we look for others to receive our love is very, very important, because it can end up rewounding and rewounding, because you're still looking for others' permission to actually validate this feeling that you naturally carry inside yourself. Where is love found? Well, ultimately it's found everywhere. It is the force of life that we're part of. Many of us have learned to believe that we have to learn to love ourselves first. And yes, it's very important you have a gentle, caring and loving relationship with yourself. But even we are not just the source, although the source lives inside of us. So we encourage you to consider where else you can turn to a much more reliable source of love to give you a much clearer reflection of who you are, so that you're not so reliant on the fickleness of humanity.
When you fill up in the world, in nature, in beautiful music, in every breath that is full of love, and you let that in, there's a deep peace and calm that resides here that we can practice to connect with through meditation, even just going for a walk, feeling each step and being grateful for the day. Filling up allows you to feel what you have to give. So often we're looking too much for what others give us because we want to connect. And when we connect with love, it's very powerful when it's blended. Taking care of others, their heart, their well-being, considering that love inside of them really generates a different experience.
And when you are in relationship with another, be it in an intimate, loving relationship or in friendship, and you are expressing and connecting in a way that is considerate of caring for that love that's inside of them, it changes the dynamic altogether, because then you have two people who are looking to enhance the feeling that is growing within each of them. And it's a pretty special experience.
It is. It is.
It takes time to get to that place where you're really recognizing the nuances of your voice, the energy that you convey, that you are speaking from this place that you've been taken care of, and wanting to ensure that this is felt and heard by the one you love.
What can you do today to fill up a little more, to receive that unconditional source of love that's everywhere around you, even in this moment, consciously breathing and receiving, allowing yourself to relax into this space, and then considering those you know and lived with and love, and how you may give of this, how you may express unconditionally to them, to care for that love that is there inside. What can you do today?
And you'll know when you're connected, because you'll feel the calm and you'll feel the connection inside of yourself. You'll feel a space that brings an element of peace. And this is your signal, your sign that you are feeling this source energy. And then you have choice with what you do with it.
We wish you much love, and we wish you much joy in the loving.
So until we get to talk next time, please like, subscribe, comment if you wish to, share if you wish to. You can contact us through our website, pasha.co.nz, and we look forward to sharing more of this very loving energy with you.
Until next time.